Trapping.
Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to Saturdays with the Boys podcast. I'm Jacob, and I'm here with
Kirby.
Hunter.
and
He's going through allergies right now. It's fucking kicking his ass.
Fucking cats. Bullshit.
And he loves cats too, that's the sad part.
Like I said, it's fucking bullshit.
I remember when we were talking about being roommates, he's like naming all these dogs he wants in it, and then I said, what about a cat? And you said, maybe.
oh yeah,
As long as it don't climb on my shit, we're good.
yeah, and so this is episode 76.
Woo!
76 straight weeks of this shit. Either if it was just me doing it by myself, or one of us, or all of us.
I mean, we tried doing this video last night.
Yeah, but then, do we want to talk about that?
So it depends. Are we going to talk about like the part where Zach was moaning in a massage chair, or are we going to talk about the screams and the white figure? Oh yeah, by the way, before anything else, this white figure I named or dubbed the Greeley Screamer.
Yeah, and yeah, it was fucking weird last night. But anyway, so I do want to address. Yesterday we spent a good 3 hours of our evening shooting something for a project that I have in mind for the next 2 years. I'll say so. You guys know that I don't really mention a whole lot of this kind of stuff on the main channel. I kind of just leave it for the podcast just to give it stuff to talk about. But and again, I appreciate you guys that tune in every single week for the podcast. We love the hell out of you guys for that. And on the main channel we just hit 212 subscribers.
Fuck
as
yeah.
of recently.
Woo! Wasn't it 100 subscribers when I first met you?
It was right like 127.
Yeah, so we've gone up 100 then.
Yeah. And yeah, so and hopefully the goal is that we get to 300 by the end of the year. I mean, we still have a halfway to go. I mean, if not, that's fine. But I'm just I'm trying to think realistically too. But also I have this project in mind for you guys that I've always wanted to make some sort of like horror movie or like horror film. And I won't tell you guys what it's about, but I won't tell you any spoilers. But we did our first actual shoot yesterday, and it took about 3 hours. It took film 8 minutes of it, and
Sounds about right.
it was a lot of fun to do with all the guys. We had Zach there too. Just all four. It was cool to have all four of us there again. And I just, instead of like filming actual videos, since we have plenty of time to film content for you guys, I wanted to do something for the project as well. Since that's something that is not going to come very lightly, and that's going to take a lot more time than it does for just making regular videos for you guys. Because when we make regular videos for you guys, like especially with the podcast too, like if you guys were to hang out with us in real life, this is what you would get. Like this is us basically off camera too. Like
well, I mean, when we're off camera, like at least when we're moving and functional, you usually just see that on your channel.
yeah.
Like it's not an internet persona that we put on, at least. We're not
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, and so like I'm putting on this project for you guys that hopefully we'll have released in the next 2 years, and we'll be doing a sequel on that too, and that probably won't be until like we're early college age or something like that.
Probably.
Which might be more of a pain since we'll be more adults by then.
I'll be
but
21 during that time.
yeah, you'll be 21 when it comes out, and I'll be 20. We'll both be 20 and be 21.
Dude, when I turn 21, I feel like I need to have like my first shot with you guys. Like screw whatever my family wants to put together. I'd rather have my 21st with you two, with you three.
Yeah, and so I'm letting you guys know that like I have two projects. One that involves music coming out next year, and making a whole entire album. And then the next one is the horror film that I want to put together. That's going to take a lot more time, and I think I don't want to say too much because we're just getting started. Literally, we just had our first actual shoot yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. And we plan on shooting a little bit more while I'm here too. We're just taking a break from it. That way we can be more organizable about putting out actual content for you guys as well. And but yeah, I also want to get you guys your guys' thoughts on it. So I'll start with you, Kirby. What's your thought? Don't put out any spoilers, but just what are your thoughts on the whole movie thing?
Okay, so on the project, so far I've enjoyed the project, and we've included at least each other in each our own way, and we've been working on the theatrics of it. So I'm excited to see how the cuts are gonna go, and I'm excited to see how the movie's gonna be pieced together. My worry for it though is, it's just with your camcorder and how when you press the stop button it takes a little long. So I'm wondering, like, right when you press the button, does it stop, or does it take like 2 seconds afterwards to stop?
It takes about like a second after, but I can edit the cut.
Yeah.
Too.
And I mean, you're the better editor out of all of us because you've had more experience with this, and we're still trying to learn as we go along the way.
Yeah, I mean, as far as me editing, I've been editing a lot longer than I've been doing YouTube. Like, I've started editing at like 10, so I've been doing it for like a good 8 years.
That's decent.
So, but I'm pretty sure, as far as the editing, I'm pretty sure I got it under control because I know what I can do. I already have like ideas in mind before we even got started, so I'm pretty sure I know how I can take care of that. And is there anything else you want to add to it, or is that about it for now?
The other thing I want to add is to keep in mind is that when this comes out, when we first started, we are going to be 18, and when this is finished, we're going to be 21. Or I'm going to be 21.
And we're going to be 20.
We're going to be 20.
And then we're probably going to get started on the sequel as soon as we're done with the first one.
Dude, it's weird being the oldest because I don't feel like the oldest, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like the youngest out of everyone because that's kind of like my maturity.
Yeah, and if anything, Hunter acts like the oldest.
That's true. Like,
Yes.
I've worked more jobs than Hunter, so he probably still has more hours than me, to be fair, when he worked at All Terrain and now.
Yeah.
But it's also like I've worked 4 jobs. Now about to be on my 5th.
And this is I just realized that this is your first time on the podcast in like over a month, I think.
That's true. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't really able to help with the podcast when I was in California.
Yeah, you're in California.
Yeah, so I was up in California for about a month. And during that time, I was at a music festival, and dude, that music festival was crazy. When I mean crazy, I don't mean like out of hand crazy. I just mean like there was a shit ton going on all the time, and sometimes those songs would carry out to like fucking 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night. So, like, I got so bored one night because I was just done singing in the tent because my insomnia kicked in. So I ended up just kept walking around. And these guys were still playing in, like, one of the back corners of the music festival, so I stayed there. Am I allowed to talk about what I did mostly there, or should I leave that confidential?
I would leave it confidential.
Yeah, I'm leaving it confidential for you guys, just to assume that I'm still your stand-up guy to look up to.
For your safety and his.
Especially because the FBI is still investigating my mom. Like, I could get her fucked up if I said anything about this. Because this is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They don't fuck around.
Yeah, this is going out. And this is going out to YouTube also. So.
That's true. So, I'm pretty sure you get age restricted if I even said it.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just leave it out of it for you now. Just know that it was a good time, and I encourage other people to go to a music festival, but be safe.
And also, I keep forgetting because I want to add this for any time we do the podcast. So, Grant, we talked about catching up with you with them. You were in California and whatnot. So, anyway, how was your week, Hunter, since last time we saw you on the podcast?
It's been work.
It's work?
Yeah.
Just straight up work, and that's it.
Work.
You had a lot to talk about last week because that was when we talked about your birthday when you got the Claymore.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hate work by any chance? Like, is it just work to you, or?
It's boring.
Really?
Yes.
Like, is it a lot of doing nothing?
I mean, if we're doing good, then yeah.
I kind of want to join. Like, those are my favorite work days, is doing nothing. Like, are you the type of person who, like, loves doing work?
No.
So, what do you mean by boring? Like, you just sit there and do nothing?
Yeah, no. If we get all our orders done and shit early, we have to find shit to do.
Oh, that's
we
annoying.
rearrange fucking orders on shelves until we get ground in, which then we have to file away the ground.
Yeah.
Which is just packages and shit. But, like, the way I always tell everybody, the more downtime we have, the better, because that means we're efficient.
Yeah.
But then the downside of that is You sit there twiddling your thumbs while getting paid for doing fucking nothing.
Yeah. And so is that about it that you want to add for that? Well, I guess I got something to add about my week past week. I went camping up in Nebraska, believe it or not. I think it's Ogala or something like that. It's like very like at the entrance. It's like very like when you go up to. It's Ogala, Nebraska. I think something like that. I went there with the folks I was with, and it was a lot of fun. One day I actually went jet skiing for the first time.
Ooh,
yeah.
Jet skiing. How was that?
It was a lot of fun. Honestly, I was fucking terrified at first because I told y'all how about like big waters and shit. So it was a big ass lake, and one of the guys, I forgot his name, but one of the guys that were there, like I guess you have to be like 40 or older to drive a jet ski.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what it is in Nebraska. It could be different somewhere else. But I remember they had to go up to like like the upfront desks or like the buildings right by the lake to sign a waiver.
Real quick, I would like to still acknowledge that I haven't changed my Bitmoji, so my Bitmoji still looks like a goddamn twink. Like, look at that cowboy hat twink.
Oh, my Bitmoji's been the same for like a year.
I want to see. Yeah. What's your Bitmoji again? Let me see.
Oh, you can play this.
Yeah, I can probably find it. By the way, did you make a new Snapchat account? Because I have like two chats that have that says Jacob Dolls. So did you have to make a new Snapchat account at one point?
I made one back in like 2020. And I can't remember why I made a separate one.
Not only that, your Bitmoji looks almost exactly like you. Not gonna lie, like that is exactly you.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show this to the camera.
You guys want my Snapchat?
Yeah, here, I'll hide the name, but it looks exactly like him, guys.
Yeah.
Like that's his exact look. Fucking hat backwards, hat on, sweatshirt, same shoes, same pants. Like, it fucking fits so well, and it's scary too, because I'm looking at that, I'm like, holy shit!
It's like the uncanny valley. It looks human, but we know it's not human.
I have never seen the Uncanny Valley. What's that?
So it's it's part of human nature.
Real quick. Okay, you guys won't get real quick before you tell this, but I have a joke to make.
Oh god.
And at least it's not here for me to actually act on this. I have an idea.
Oh, yeah.
They're a freaking robot from recruits.
Yeah, I'll get those to you.
Granted,
My car's still at
Yeah, your
Stacy's.
car's still at Stacy's, so you're not going anywhere.
I was about to say, and I'm not gonna take your truck either.
Yeah, but
So, speaking about the Uncanny Valley, the implications of that are fucking terrifying.
How so?
So it's something in the human mind where if we see something that looks human,
But isn't?
but we know it's not human, that clicks in our brain. Our brain's like, "Fuck is that?"
Okay, so real quick, actually, a quick discussion on this. Have you guys ever heard of like the natural fears of humans? So one of them is darkness. The other one is usually like scary creatures. Another one is heights. Another one is dolls. Actually, that's a natural human fear. And I think drowning or catching on fire is one of them. But another human fear that comes naturally is the fear of something looking human and isn't. That means at some point in our evolution, something looked human, and humans learned how to fear it enough to become a natural fear.
That's
like
the
heights.
Uncanny Valley.
So that is?
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking of. Like, something in our evolution taught us that we were afraid of something that looked human.
It looked close enough to human.
Like a
but
doppelganger?
Something tipped it off to where we know that it's not a human.
Like a smile? Or a doppelganger in a
Just
way?
Something we evolved to be like, hey, you look really close to a human. I know the fuck you're not, but you look damn close.
yeah, and I'll finish on my story about camping, and then we'll get into the topic. But
What the fuck?
What?
Wait.
Is it bad? Something bad?
I'll whisper it in your guys' ears.
Oh god. Oh boy. Oh,
boy.
Alright, now your turn.
Yitty bitty titty committee. Fucking retard.
I know! And they were saying, like, they look like penises. Why the fuck would you tell me that? I don't care what they look like. Stop doing it.
No, didn't want to fucking know though. Thanks.
Yeah, and yeah. So back to about this. So I went jet skiing for the first time, and I forgot his name, but she was a pretty cool guy. He seemed like to know like a lot about like like the water and shit like that. And so I went on the jet ski, and so like he was ask me, he's like, oh, like have you been jet skiing before? And I was like, no, I have not. And he's like, oh, okay. Then I'm like, I'll take you around slow to see what you think. And as soon as we get like on the shore, like as soon as we get past like the white post, like cause like like there's the shore of the beach, and then out there's like the white post where like you're supposed to be slow in the water, and once you pass the post.
Zone.
Yeah, when you pass the post, that's when you can go as fast as you want. So as soon as we fucking got past the post, freaking
Yeah.
like I almost felt like my feet were like in the fucking air, and I was holding on for dear life because he went so goddamn fast. I was like, holy shit.
That's what it is on my dad's boat.
Yeah.
We'll go about like, I want to say like 5 miles an hour through the no wake zone, so we don't cause that. And then as soon as we get out, fucking full throttle, 30 miles an hour, just woo.
Yeah, and then like he was fucking like doing like these turns and shit, and like the idea.
That's a good way to get thrown off.
Yeah, and the idea to not get thrown off is when they're turning that way. That's when you turn your body weight the opposite way to keep the body weight balanced. That way you guys don't freaking fall. And put all the body weight in one.
Huh?
But that was a lot of fun. I did a lot that day, and I also went kayaking too. They had kayaking little boats I went on.
So, fun fact, you guys might not know about me, I did fucking Boy Scouts and I did an Eagle Scout. One of my favorite things to do, and I want to do it with you guys, is small sailboat sailing. Like, that's fun as shit. Like, you would enjoy it because they teach you like starboard, harbor. Starboard, I think, is the right side. Harbor is the left side. The bow is the back. The stern is the front. That's what I learned. But it's fun small sailboat sailing because you could beat a kayak.
Yeah.
Because what you do is there's about 2 people. One controls the steering in the back. Like, that thing that you turn to move the thing in the back.
Rudder?
Yeah, the rudder. Thank you. And then someone's in the front controlling how much of the sail gets loose. And there's something called a belay. So when the sail, like when the wind changes and the sail goes like this around, like, it is fun to do, and I would love to do it with you guys, and maybe go fishing. I'd love to go fishing with you guys, actually. We haven't done that.
I'm not a big fisher, to be honest. I'm more of like a hiker than anything. Like I have to move around, or else I'm gonna drive myself insane.
I have a question. Would you go hunting with me? Here's the thing.
I think I could hunt.
I mean, as a spotter, like, I would take the shot, or he would take the shot, but, like, come with us, that way we could go camping together.
Yeah. I just know I wouldn't be able to hunt myself because I'm too, like, my heart is too soft when it comes to animals.
That's fair. Honestly, I think as well as maybe it's because your dad maybe didn't teach you. Did your dad teach Zach how to hunt?
Tried to, yeah, but I think my brother was the same way as me.
I think I find that sweet about your guys' families. Your family is like such a sweet heart, or at least your dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And then your mom's side of the family is apparently related to Johnny Cash.
Yeah, because last time Cash, yeah. But there's 3 of it, but
Dude, fucking, if you die, we're gonna play fucking Ring of Fire for your funeral. Fucking, I went down, 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 Ring of Fire.
Okay.
yeah. And but yeah, so last Saturday, which was when the last podcast was aired, we did jet skiing and kayaking, and the day after that, which was I believe that was Friday.
God damn it, I spilled on myself.
Yeah, last Friday was when we did jet skiing and kayaking. And then last Saturday is when we went on the boat, and that was fun too.
I love going on boats. It's such a relaxing feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys get seasickness?
Nope.
It depends.
On like if you just ate?
Yeah, or just like if my anxiety's like off the fucking roof or something. Cause honestly, like after being on the water more, it's gotten better. But again, it was a lake, and
by the
it's
way,
the ocean that fucking terrifies me.
I have something to recommend for you. So you know how THC is marijuana, right? Have you ever heard of CBD? So CBD is a substitute of marijuana. It kind of comes from the same plant, but it gives some of the benefactors of marijuana, but without getting high. So instead of getting high, it's
you
supposed
get calming factor.
you get the calming factor of marijuana, but without the the fucked up part of getting high and having the disorientation. And it works so well that they made lotion of it to help cure aches and body pain, because that's one of the benefactors of CBD and THC.
Yeah.
But CBD is legal no matter what age. Like, you could start as young as like when you're born on CBD.
Yeah, and
another thing of CBD is if you are wanting to get high, it decreases your high. So if you're wanting like a good time with THC, it lowers your tolerance. That way, the more you smoke, you get like a buzz, like when you drink. Because I know when Red was talking to me on her standpoint of marijuana, is like she's only had one good time with marijuana with a friend, but she just doesn't like doing it at all. And for same with drinking, where she likes a good buzz, not being drunk.
Yeah, and yes, that was like my past week at camping. Went jet skiing and kayaking for the first time. Went on the boat the next day, and then
we
came back to
camping
town
sometime together.
Yeah,
Like
but
we finally.
it was fun being around the fire too, and just being able to bullshit with other people. That's what I love about camping.
I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time, I hated camping.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't think I would like it again ever since my dad passed, but like this last time I was like, wow, it was actually a lot of fun.
So the reason I hated camping was Boy Scouts. I'm not gonna lie, we traded adventure of discovering the wild. Like, you can't even fish anymore for your own fish. That's illegal. Like, even like when my grandpa was describing Scouts back in the 70s when he was younger, he was describing like we used to be able to take a line, put a fishing hook on it, find worms in the dirt, and then they would fish for their food for the night. Versus when I go camping, I got yelled at for picking up a stick. Like, we were so strict camping, I began to hate it because it was always this advertising thing more than I could just sit down and relax. So when I went hunting for the first time as a spotter, it was so relaxing just being able to sit at camp and do absolutely nothing. Yeah. Like, I think that's the part of camping is, like, you get actual time to relax and just not do anything, which is something that you don't get as an adult. That's why I enjoy fishing, is because you just get to sit there and just wait. Yeah, and, I mean, Hunter went fishing with me, too, ice fishing, and he got a few nibbles, but we never got a fish, unfortunately.
Never pulling anything because they're fucking...
They were so sneaky! Like, they always kept getting the worms, but kept getting away. We never got them.
It's because it's the winter, so they're a lot.
And also, by the way, I think we filmed like 2 actual videos this week, because earlier this week we did Sing But Different with Zach. That was a lot of fun. You guys are going to check that out when it comes out.
I need to check that out.
And then we just did one today. We did a part 2 of the Monsters Challenge.
I am so glad that he agrees. I'm surprised that you're the only one still fucking fine during this. Like,
I'm surprised.
I feel fine. I just allergies.
Dude, at this point, fucking hand me the
Advil. You
Advil.
shit your brains out earlier too.
Yeah, hand me the Advil. I need a stomachache after that. Like, a stomachache is preferable after my fucking head.
So you guys will check out those videos, and we got more videos in mind for you guys just for the amount of time that I have left here. And not only that, since we're 23 minutes in, I think I think we should now just address the topic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I was thinking about that too, of like, we're actually having a good time talking that we forgot about the topic.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, real quick, before we get into this topic, have you ever watched Joe Rogan's podcast?
I haven't watched like an actual episode, but I've seen like highlights.
TikToks of it?
TikToks, yeah.
So, what I'm thinking is, you and me should watch a Joe Rogan's podcast together and do it, and I'm not gonna lie, you'll love this, is, you remember those challenges that my uncle is gonna want me to do? So, one of them is actually a podcast. And the podcast is to go to the top 5 religious leaders of the world and ask them 10 questions each about their religion. So what I'm thinking is, and he wants me to do it by myself, not with you. I told him, like, I have a podcast I do with Jacob, but he's like, I want you to do it by myself, but it's fine if he helps. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, I'll do them by myself, I'll ask the questions, I'll get it set up, but I'm wondering if you could be my editor during this, and so that way because I'm going to make it 5 episodes, 10 questions each for a religious leader and around the world, so it's the top 5 religions around the world, because my uncle, he is a Christian missionary when he was younger, and now he owns so many companies. No, I mean he owns so many companies. Right now his main work is, he's a financial advisor. He owns a Tesla. That's how rich he is, and
Tesla's fucking sucks.
he's building concrete houses as an investment. Like he's put his money into a lot of things, and I'm not gonna lie, he used to be kind of like what my dad is now. Like my dad's just starting his company,
Yeah.
and his company's being successful. I watched him pull $6,000 in 1 week.
Damn.
Because he charges $140 an hour. And here's the reason why, is because for a concrete driver, he's on time.
Mm.
And you have no idea how rare that is for drivers sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you could ask him about that, because he'd probably know better than me on how, like, late drivers are, so that way they could get money.
Huh?
You don't know about that? So when you're a
No.
commercial driver, like if you're driving a semi, you're paid hourly or salary, but you're paid by day or by hour, basically.
Mm.
So what they do is they're intentionally late so that they could get paid more. But the city of Reno hired my dad because of how on time he was. Like he wanted to break that of being late because he's not relying on a company. It's his own business. He's his own driver and he's his own profiter. So whenever he's driving, he's on time almost all the fucking time. That's why he charges such a high rate. And they loved him so much that he poured for the city of Reno. He poured for the CEO of Netflix. He poured a bunker, a concrete bunker for the CEO of Netflix. He poured a prison for the city of Quincy, where I was staying. He went to Sacramento, and they paid his price of $140, and they paid for his hotel room as well and his gas.
Oh jeez.
So that's why he was like scraping together so much money. So like whenever he says like I thank God, like I don't care, like he works fucking hard.
Yeah. Anyway, so since we're almost halfway in, this is episode I haven't addressed the topic yet.
Oh yeah, let's address the topic. And I know this topic too for the first time.
Yeah. Alright, so the topic for I know we did well I think I did this one before back
Should we
in
do a drum
January.
roll?
By myself. Do you guys want to bring back the drum roll?
Fuck yeah, I want to bring back the drum roll.
The topic for this week is cars,
Let's go.
like vehicles and shit. I know, because I know I did this topic before in January, but I think I was by myself, so it wasn't as efficient. So it'll be good to talk to you guys, since I think you guys know more about cars than I do.
Dude, I always felt bad for leaving you to do the podcast by yourself when I had work.
Mm.
The one thing I'm happy about is at least I had those consistent months of work.
Yeah.
Because before then, I only had 2 months in total of work.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad that is actually? Like, your month at Lowe's is kind of counted as like part-time, so it works to your advantage.
Yeah.
So, but since they were full-time jobs for me, except for Spencer's, that's bad for resumes. Because if you show that you only have like 2 months of work experience, and I finally got those 6 months at Village Inn.
Yeah.
But I still felt bad leaving you those nights because it always felt like I was leaving you by yourself, and I hated that feeling because we started the podcast together, like it started off of a deep talk.
Yeah. Yeah, and so
Thank you.
it's on cars, so again, I don't know much about cars as you guys, so you guys can discuss and we want to start with.
So, here's the thing. He knows more about cars, like I'm pretty sure how the engine works, the fuel pumps. I know how to at least appreciate the car for the engine and for the work.
Yeah. I mean, my dad was a mechanic for 23 years.
Didn't you want to also become a mechanic?
Yeah, there was this thing that I had this because my grandpa started the
family business, right?
Yeah, it was called Louis Alignment and Brake. I believe.
I remember that actually.
I believe he opened it in 1983.
And it was in Greeley, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Greeley. It was like between Greeley and Garden City.
So where was it? Like, do you remember the street?
No, I don't remember, but
No, I think I remember actually seeing that. Actually, let me search this up real quick.
It was around for like 35 years because we closed it in 2018.
After your father died, because it was hard to keep the business going after.
Yeah, it was hard to keep the business going after my dad. But yeah, so my grandpa opened it started in 1983. And then as soon as my dad was done high school in '94, he started working there, and then he worked there for He basically worked there until he died, so 23 years. Then he passed in 2017, and then my brother started working there after he graduated high school too, so they worked there for like a year.
Okay.
But the original plan for me when I was younger.
You called 3 real quick because it's affecting me right now.
Yeah, and
I know how much flying we got. Trust me.
And
Fuck off!
and
Oh,
so
I'm correct.
the original plan for me when I was younger is that
because I never tested my own tolerance.
the original plan for me when I was younger is that I was going to graduate high school and join the family business, and that would be it. Like that was like my plan. Like of course I had these other dreams. I was like, like I got to be part of the family business. And then, sure enough, my grandpa passes away. The one who started the business passes away in 2015 from brain cancer.
What was his name? Leo? What's
Louis.
his first name? Louis. That's right.
Louis Henry Dahl was his full name.
And then it went Louis Henry Dahl. Then it went
my dad was Jason Leo Dahl.
Jason Leo, and then that's why you named Leo your dog after.
Actually, we named him after Leonardo DiCaprio and Teenage Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Dude, that's sweet, actually.
Mm-hmm. We just call him Leo for short. And it fits, too. And then I'm Jacob Leo Dahl, like named after my dad.
What was the company called? Leo's?
Louis Alignment and Brake. And so basically, my dad, first my grandpa passed away in 2015 from brain cancer. And then, so my dad became the new owner. And as my mom was also helping on the side, too. And then, of course, when, yep, that's it.
Holy shit, on Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
And then, fuck. Yeah, so then after my dad passed in 2017, my mom became the owner. And so she was trying to run it. Well, my brother is still working there, but she made the decision to put the business out of 2018.
Did she sell the business? Or did she just declare bankruptcy? Or did they just close it?
I think they just closed it because there's a different company in that building now. But my mom still has still owns the building.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember.
So what did she do with the building? Is it just empty still?
No, there's a different company in the building.
So does the company like rent it monthly or?
I don't know. I just know I suppose my mom still has capability to the building, because I remember they called her after a really bad rainstorm because I guess the roof was caving in. Well, no, it was last winter because all the snow and the roof was caving in, and they called my mom because she's the one that still owns the building.
So she had to fix it.
She had to help pay for whatever it was to fix it. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So that's all I remember from this last winter.
I'm wondering, do you know if she still gets money from it? And that's the reason why she's able to keep paying for all this?
She might, I'm not sure. I just know that she still owns the building because she became the new owner after my dad passed.
So another thing that we could get into topic, and I'm a little sad that Hunter's not here for this, is our dream cars, because I remember yours is a Chevy Impala, right?
67 Impala, yeah.
Is Impala a Chevy, or?
Let me look.
Yeah, because I don't know too much about cars at least, but like I said, I could appreciate a car, because mine is a Dodge Challenger. I forgot which year though, because my favorite car of all time is the Black Ghost. And if you guys don't know about the Black Ghost, it was a police car technically that was owned by a policeman.
It's a Chevy Rolet, yeah. So it's a Chevy.
Yeah. So do you know about the Black Ghost? Have I ever told you about it?
Mm-mm.
So you'll love this story actually, because this is a racing legend we're talking about. This man who owned this car dubbed the Black Ghost in the daytime, he was a policeman, and he would drive that car, and that was his police car.
Yeah.
But what he didn't tell the police force or anyone else was that at nighttime, when he was off duty, he raced the car, he street raced it against random people, and he beat them almost every time because he added to that car so much that the car was known to come in the night and disappear, and it was a black Chevy or Dodge Challenger, and then it earned its reputation called the Black Ghost, and it was a policeman that was breaking the law, speeding past other police cars, other racers, and street raced it and drag raced it.
Oh shit.
And then in the early 2000s, the truth came out because he admitted it, but even the police didn't care because he was like the racing legend at that time, the street racing legend.
Damn.
It's almost like going to like a ghetto and then you hear about like one guy who has like this certain name.
Mm-hmm.
He was that man for an entire country. He was known as the Black Ghost because he would race from one side of the country to the other, or even states at a time. But when he finally died, his son took the car, and his son sold the fucking car. And even when he gave his son the car after he died, he said, "I don't want you to sell it." And his son sold the fucking car for like millions, not even billions, millions.
Well, yeah, 'cause that's like,
Here's the thing, though, is when you make a legend does not die. Think of like Buffalo Bill, because I'm pretty sure you've heard the name at least.
Oh yeah.
Like his name's still around because he's a legend.
Yeah.
So when you have a legend called the Black Ghost, you don't sell that for millions. You sell that for billions, for one, and second, you don't sell that in general.
Yeah, you keep that shit.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm pretty sure you, like, if it was up to you, you wouldn't have sold your dad's truck. That would have been yours if you could.
Oh yeah, like if I had the option to, I would keep my dad's truck big red if I could, because my grandpa bought him that truck.
And he kept it throughout all that time. Like, I still want to keep my Buick LeSabre.
Yeah, like
throughout this all.
When my dad turned 18 in 94, my grandpa bought my dad that truck, and he had it for like the longest time. I just don't know where it is now.
Oh, dude, that makes me mad too. I remember when Zach wanted to buy the truck, and he asked his dad like if he could buy the truck, and what was your mom selling it for? $30,000?
Something like that.
And Zach's dad wanted to buy it for $1,000.
Yeah, which
perfect fucking condition car.
Yeah, and it's a 1972.
Yeah, that's not something you pay $1,000 for. That's something that you put savings on.
Yeah, because I believe it's a 1972 GMC.
No, that pissed me off a little bit, because I'm like, you don't lowball that car.
Yeah.
Or
especially
that truck.
with it being in good condition for being 50 years old.
Not just good condition, almost perfect condition. Zach's here.
Oh shit.
I think I saw Zach. Hang on. Fuck. I'll be back. I need to see if that's Zach. It is Zach!
Oh, guys.
I know. That's why you're saying, oh, fuck, God, that smells bad.
Whoa!
Welcome, Romeo.
Dude, that was like... We have the whole gang!
That was like instant breath.
Oh, were you going to get him?
God dang.
Did you go get him?
No. My
Dad
dad
dropped him off.
Oh, nice. We were actually just talking about your dad and how he tried to buy the Jacob's truck for $1,000.
Yeah.
No, and we were talking about how like that's such a low ball. Here, if you can scoot that chair over here, and then you could sit right here, so you're still in the camera.
Oh yeah. We got Zach here. So
Let's go. We have everyone now.
yeah. So we're talking about cars.
Yeah, we were trying to continue the topic from last night.
Nissan Skyline.
That's your dream car?
R35.
Real quick, I need to go use the restroom. I'll be back. Here, I need to use the restroom.
My bad, I didn't do that. I'm just gonna chill right here.
Before we get into any bullshit, 2 rules.
What?
Now back there to the left, there's going to be a door. Don't go there. And then downstairs, there's one to the right of the bathroom. Don't go there.
Okay.
And that's it. Office, mom's room.
Okay.
Sit on me, big boy.
No.
I don't know, but we're talking about cars, and that's the topic for this week.
Dream car Nissan Skyline R35.
Fuck cats. I feel it. I have been off
I
and
chose
been
a
drunk
car.
already, so.
Somebody we could talk about, what year is your truck, Hunter?
Mine's an 05. It's a... So, my grandpa is a very extravagant guy. He likes all the fancy shit.
Yeah.
So that 05, that's the best model you could get for an 05. So originally, I can actually pull out the radio.
Hey, so that bitch is older than me. Or, wait, yeah, so I'm the same age as the bitch.
Yeah, same.
Goddamn.
Here.
No, because my brother's truck that he has now, I believe his truck is an 04.
I have the radio, so
What the fuck?
this bad bitch right here. This is...
fucking just ripped it out of his truck.
Yeah, no, that's because I have the new...
Oh,
yeah,
I was like, did you just like walk into your truck and like grab the bitch and just...
Yeah, no. So this is the best model that you could get at the time. It holds 6 CDs.
Whoa, 6?
Yeah,
Man.
that's the...
Man,
CD6.
that's pretty cool.
For 05, absolutely, dude.
What's Kirby doing?
He's taking a
He had
piss.
the bathroom.
Same as me. Yeah, no, that
At the
was
same time?
no. That was the top of the line shit for 2005.
Mm-hmm.
The next best thing was a 8-track player, 8-track tape player. Obama.
Obama's on the train? No. There's a bomb. Oh. I don't like Obama. I'm not a racist or anything.
Alright, we're not gonna get political. It's on cars.
Sorry,
Talks on
sorry.
cars.
It was just
We're not gonna get political like the fucking submarine. Or what was it? What was it?
Come here. That's gonna be like the forever joke if the submarine ever gets brought up and just.
Or like, fucking playground.
The fuck are you guys singing about? I just got out of the bathroom right here.
Hey, no, he brought up the submarine, and my brain went to the. And then he's like, they hit the Pentagon, and then.
That's exactly how
King Becky, they hit the second tower.
One of the last podcasts we did, we were talking about tragedies.
Oh yeah.
And
that was
the
last
submarine
week.
came up.
That was last week.
No, and as soon as I said, that's why they're all dead, because we dropped the nuke, he had it playing on TV, it was the
timing could have been any more impactful.
On every single one of them. Like, they hit the second tower.
Yeah, but we were talking about Hunter's truck.
You know, I have the fucking stereo right there.
Homeboy walked in with the stereo, and I thought he just walked out and grabbed the bitch and like
Yeah,
ripped
no,
it.
I just went to my truck, just,
Boom.
yeah, no,
You're fucking retarded.
So that- it was
God, you
almost,
reek of
it's
alcohol.
technically almost the best.
No, dude, give me
It's technically almost the best model. The only thing that would have made it better is if it had an extended bed.
Skill issue.
But it's still a crew cab, so it's
I'm gonna kill you. with
Pretty
my
fucking
two
good.
hands right now. I'm gonna be your father before he had
only
you.
problem is I'm pretty sure everything on the truck besides the stereo that I put in is original. So everything sounds like shit because
The suspension, the steering.
yeah, no, the
the
steering column
acceleration.
squeaks like shit. The acceleration is fine.
Just put some WD-40 on the bitch.
I'm gonna need a gallon tank of WD-40 to make that bitch stop squeaking.
Dip them in the shit.
Dude, literally,
Dip
I'd
them in
have
a
to
full tank
open my
of oil.
hood. You know the gigantic square
Yeah.
containers?
Yeah.
I'd have to take a hose to that and just pump the shit in just everything.
Yeah,
Because it's still the original shocks, the original
Ooh.
suspension. That's why it squeaks so much.
Oh,
Original brake pads.
I smoked them today.
So all of it is fucking. It's so bad. Like these
I had like
motherfuckers
10
know
yesterday.
when I'm in the neighborhood. Like if I'm coming over, because they'll step outside. It's just as the entire way as I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
oh
cause
my fucking
you
God.
don't pull up like in front
God damn it!
you don't pull up in front of my house. You pull up like towards that dead end.
No, pull it
And
through.
I'm
I
sitting-
always pull it to the dead end.
No,
too.
both of you guys.
Yeah, it's
Um,
comfortable.
and I'm sitting in the thing, and all I hear is like on the side of my house.
Yeah, and then you can tell when I reverse too, because you'll hear, and then it'll stop, and then you hear.
We need to get that fixed at some point, but...
Yeah, I need to take it in. I need to get like
since the four of us are here,
everything.
we talked about last night.
Oh yeah, the fucking...
The Bitty Titty Committee.
Okay, so this guy.
I did not get a wink of sleep last night.
Are you still like? Have
Okay.
you got
Oh, no, I haven't got any
Since
sleep
it
today.
happened to you two, we'll
I haven't got
start.
like I'm still awake from last
I
night.
can tell by your pupils.
Like
Your
I have
pupils are-
not slept today.
Yeah.
This is some
I slept
bullshit.
for about an
I'll-
hour at 6:30,
Oh no, yeah, I did not
and
sleep.
then I was.
I'll let you two start.
I went
Now,
dead asleep
I'll make this a
Jacob.
clip
I woke
too.
up at 11.
I'll let you two start on it. So start however you guys want to.
So yeah, the story starts with them.
Okay, so we walked out because we were trying to sneak out and we wanted to leave before because they were still putting on their shoes. So we get out, we're standing by the truck. I feel nauseous. Like I drive Heath. He told me to go get some sprinkler water, so I've been down.
Yeah,
Grab some
because
sprinkler water.
I know the all the sprinkler water around there is potable. so you can drink from it. There's 2 types.
Dude,
of
I
water.
drink from the shit from Kersey. That shit was not potable.
That is.
That is.
The Kersey?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because you have 2 types of water. You have non-potable.
Dude, we have Adam
And
Sandler,
then-
water boy, right here. He knows everything.
Bob Boucher, come back to the doorway, win the game.
Captain Shino, shows no mercy.
I stand up. I was wiping my
fucking
mouth off.
snorted.
And we stand up, and at first I thought it was tire screeching because
Yeah,
it was like by
fucking,
20th.
Like, it was a death whistle. Like,
no,
sound, wasn't
not
it?
the first one. Not the first one. It sounded like a scraping noise. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why. That's why I thought it
Well,
was
tire screeching.
tire screeching.
It sounded like drifting at
Yeah.
first because I was like, but then I heard the
like at
echo of
the
it.
yeah,
The
at like the
echo-
end of it.
It sounded more like.
So I'm like, was that tire screeching over by
Oh.
like come and go kind of area? And he's like, no. And then immediately he said, no. It sounded screeching from the same area, but this time it sounded like a actual
Closer.
yell, like a scream.
Like a
No,
woman.
no.
He's 40
this-
feet closer. As
Like
well.
yeah, like it sounded like at the entrance off of 71st. That's that street right there.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so that's
So
just
it
the
sounded
street
like
down.
it sounded like that entrance like at on 71st.
Alright.
And then the third time he heard it, it sounded like on the end of the street.
Because we were walking towards the truck.
Yeah,
and we were
because
like, what
the
fuck was
second
that?
time we heard it, we ran into the third time we heard it, it was we ran into the truck. The fourth time we heard it, it was
You
at
heard
the end
it
of the road.
fourth time?
Yeah,
it was 2 by come and
I
go.
told you.
The 2 by come and go, the third by the entrance, the fourth by the end of the road, and then the 5th one by the truck.
Oh, there was 5? I thought there was
Yeah.
just 3.
No. It was 5 because we heard it twice by come and go, one at the
Yeah, we were
entrance,
like,
one at the end of the road, and then by the truck.
it was like one after the. It was like one pause,
One,
another one pause,
and then
and
pause.
then just pause, and we were like, oh, it was somebody drifting. So I'm walking back to the truck, and then the third one. And I was like, nah, something's fucked up. I looked him dead in the eye. I was like, something's fucked up. Something's not right about
and
that.
this dude don't spook. He does not spook.
Right,
He
at
does
all.
not spook me.
He does
the
not fuck with
bodyguard.
Not
Yeah,
only that,
the
he,
fat fuck of the crew.
not only that, he doesn't fuck with
Okay.
anything like that. So
No,
like,
yeah,
so like whenever he's saying about something, you know it's legit. And I thought you were just
Yeah.
fucking with me, but until I know if Hunter was serious,
Because I always joke about going hunting skinwalkers and wendigos. I would never actually.
Okay,
When
so
to
real
And then-
quick, so then this was the second part. So this was my part. Was we were driving him home because his parents were mad that he was late. So we were like, okay, we need to get him home. So as they were describing this in the car, I was always checking the back and checking my
No, you
surroundings.
forgot the part where they were, because
Oh,
when we walked
no, yeah,
outside.
we pulled up and like they're walking down like because they're
The
there's
grass.
Well, yeah, 'cause we-
giant grass
yeah,
yard.
'cause even
So
if
I
it
rolled
was
down
on,
the
that's
window and I
message
yelled at
from
them to get the
inside.
fuck in the truck.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was just because your parents were angry, so it was like, okay, I'll just get in the truck. And he was like, why? And you're like, get the fuck in the truck!
And then he gets a panicked face and books it, and then he like does like a slight little
He
la-di-da.
starts.
And then
No,
the third
he
time I
called
said it,
that.
I'm like, get the fuck in the truck. And then you started to run, and he's like, what, is it the cops? I'm like, nah, I wish it was the cops.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then,
I wish it was the fucking cops. That would have been nice.
So,
Yeah.
so then the third part
Fuck
was
me, man.
we were driving him home because we had enough for that night.
At the
basically.
entrance of my cul-de-sac.
So here's the thing:
Or
is
like
that
at the end of my...
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
as
were
we were driving
driving
him
in.
home, we took a left turn. As we saw this left turn, I looked back one more time. An arm and a leg disappeared behind the fences.
That's
So
what Kirby saw.
and yeah, and then I said like, "Holy shit!" I saw it disappear. We were all dead sober, by the way. as
No,
this is
no,
happening.
no drinking, no
drugs,
smoking,
no
no
drinking. Yeah, no LSD, nothing. We were all fucking sane. So I saw that, and then we dropped Zach off. And then Zach, you probably want to describe this part because this is your story.
So our white fences are
Yeah.
like 7 foot tall where I live. So what I saw was this tall ass... motherfucker. Was this like 7 foot being like just leaping over the fence, like not even touching it, kicking off of it, jumping from a standing point, just jumping straight up and over.
So describe the creature a little bit for the audience.
So for those who
Also-
have played Dead by Daylight, you know those volatiles, like the ones that come out at night, and you can only affect them with the UAV light, and which doesn't kill them, it just stuns them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blinds up.
The screeches also sound like the volatiles.
I caught the
Just
finger
a
on video
little
too when you were FaceTiming.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did
So
get it on
I
video.
did- I
Okay,
did-
one sec.
so, I did.
'Cause
Okay.
you saw like, we saw like 8 times more
Yeah.
before that. I saw it jump over the fence and then disappear. So I'm staring at my window. I'm dead awake just looking at the bitches. And then I called his
phone, his Snapchat.
No, I called Desiree.
Yeah.
I called Desiree and talked to her for a little bit.
You should have called
And,
us.
and then you said she also said that she felt like a bad feeling as the moment
like when I
happened.
called her, she said she woke up and had like a bad feeling about what was, just had a bad feeling.
We were in Come and Go, weren't we?
And she, yeah, we were at Come and Go, and we called, yeah, because we just dropped you off.
Yeah, so I called Desiree. We were sitting there. I had my phone perched up against my window, like looking out at the houses. We saw, I don't know how else to explain it. It looked like the Cheshire Cat's face, where it was just the eyes and mouth.
Yeah, like in Alice in Wonderland when he first appears.
Yeah, where it's just the eyes
pop
and
in, and then his.
Yeah, it was like a creepy ass smile. But like the
fuck out still.
Where like the smile is, it was just the first 4 set of teeth on the top and bottom.
That's fucking weird.
And it was just staring at me. It disappeared. We saw it again, but this time it was like 10 feet above the house, just hovering in the air. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And Desiree's seeing this, which was making it worse. She saw it on camera of the faces.
Okay, and you didn't take a screenshot of it?
I was too shooken up.
Because we just got the figure.
Like
we didn't get like the
I'm
whole
still
detail,
fucking
but we
shaking.
got the figure on tape.
And then
that's right, we did get the figure.
Because I remember, because we were, because this was like 11 o'clock at night, or close to midnight at the time. We were walking down the street, and we were getting fucking nothing while they were getting this. And then I was like looking, and I had the camera on, and I made a video on it, by the way, so
honestly, I feel like we should have got to Zach's house sooner.
Yeah, well, because I thought we were gonna get more shit, but we got fucking nothing.
We got nothing.
Yeah, the bitch followed me home.
No, yeah, it legit stayed on top of his house.
I know, but by the time we got there, it was already gone.
But before we saw before they saw the figure on camera, it jumped from the house in front of me to the house diagonal, and that's like a 20-foot jump.
So real quick, you swear
I swear
you saw this?
I swear this. Like, I don't fuck around with this type of shit.
Oh yeah, I know he doesn't.
Like, I joke about hunting skinwalkers, but we ain't gonna do that shit.
It's Colorado.
Yeah, it's Colorado. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Fuck, our folklore is just a bunch of worms on our mountains that create landslides.
Really?
That's our folklore. That's why there's so many landslides in our mountains, is because there's giant worms that hang out by their tail.
I see more landslides in California than I do here.
I know, but
well, we also don't live directly in the mountains.
Yeah.
We are more towards the mainland, so we
That
don't
is
get a
true.
lot of news about it. They're like, oh, that's just an everyday occurrence
Yeah.
up there. They're like, oh, hey, so there's another one. Oh, hey.
What do you want to call it? The greedy screech or whatever?
No, I call it either the gorilla screech.
yeah, we're gonna call it the burner.
The bad to the bone.
Yeah, the bad to the bone.
Burner.
But it jumped from house to house, and then it disappeared for a while. And I'm fucking dead on. Like, I am not sleeping. And then there's a really, really tall house. Like, this thing is almost 3 stories, because it has like a finished attic, so it just adds more height.
Yeah, full attic.
Yeah,
so
like
you can
a full
stand
story.
up.
Yeah. And it runs the fuck across that. I'm like, I don't like this anymore. So it reminded me more of the Volatiles, because those are the only zombies that can do parkour in that game.
What game?
Dying Light.
Oh, Dying Light. You said that by name.
Oh yeah, Dying Light. Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. I put that in his head.
Yeah,
Because I was talking about the
witch?
the nurse.
Volatiles and Dying Light.
After she
Those things are like
she's
the 8-foot figure, the white body, parkour screeching.
The ones that have
it checked the fucking list.
It looks like
checked
goddamn
the list.
predator.
And so I'm just like,
So,
motherfucker.
real quick, the description of this that Zach gave us was, it is
I'm gonna
pale
come
white,
back.
like paler than Jacob white,
my
tall,
phone
and when you
works,
mean
I
tall,
don't-
like what,
I don't-
Slenderman
That's
tall
what
would
I
you
hear.
call it?
Not as tall.
And had hair on its head, I think, is what you described too.
No, I couldn't see like its actual body. It was just the outline in the face.
I can't wait to hear the fucking man in the mountain.
Damn,
no,
I need to piss already again.
But when
That should be the password for those two. It should just all be one though. Or, yeah.
But when they saw it, it was standing on the neighbor's house directly because it was a.
Oh my god!
It was a 2-story. It was a 2-car garage. So it had the separate one, and then there was that other like. What is the house in that called?
Just steeple.
Yes, another steeple house, like another steeple point, and like. You could see like from the chest up because it was standing on the other side of the triangle, and that thing was still really fucking tall, even though we couldn't see its legs.
And this was the same day as we like finished the shoot too, so I'm wondering if like, what if the shit that we were doing kind
The fucking shit that you were doing with him, because I didn't do fucking shit except for pretend like, oh, how have you been? I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you? It's his fault.
I got there fucking like an hour later, bro.
And it's your fault that it was
I
late.
didn't fucking do anything! I was trying to put the video!
It's probably my fault.
It is.
Yeah. It's my fault.
No, it's screwed. No.
But like,
It's my dog's fault.
But
Asshole.
but it was fucking weird. Like, I wouldn't think that the shit that we were doing would really stir some shit
yeah,
up
that's
like that,
what
though.
I'm saying. Like we didn't do anything like
Like,
demonic.
yeah, but like we didn't full on do a fucking demonic
We
ritual,
didn't
like
do, like,
standing in a
any
circle
Ouija
with
boards
fucking
or shit.
candles. Yeah, we didn't do any of that shit.
We made a skit and that was sort of
Yeah,
it.
for the movie that's going to come out in the next 2 years, I'm going to keep advertising that, but I'm not going to get any spoilers out.
Yeah,
but-
we were like, oh, haha, you know, fucking,
Funny
this
ha-ha
looks cool.
scene.
This looks cool, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like,
and also to start, but everything with the movie, like the skit so far, look fucking phenomenal. Like, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
and then that happened, we were like,
It's no bueno!
Yeah, which, that was a fucking story, which you guys will see more of what we're talking about because I made a video on it and whatnot. Even though I wish we got more evidence, I'm glad we caught the figure off of his phone, too.
I wish we were recording as we were walking to the truck so we could have fucking heard that, because that would have.
I'm gonna start wearing a body cam over at that
Oh,
house.
shit.
Just fuck that.
Or like a GoPro.
Yeah, it's like
Just record everywhere you go.
Right?
no, we're
Kirby go off to again.
probably pissed.
Pissing again.
Yeah.
We
The
did-
liquid he was drinking runs through you.
Well, also that and the also in the Red Bull and the Monster too from the video earlier.
Yeah, that shit really runs through you.
Oh yeah, man, but
Nah, I still haven't gotten sleep.
yeah. I wonder if it was just like a one-time thing or if it'll freaking come back.
I hope it was a one-time thing.
It just happens.
Fuck that.
Man.
Okay, we going to your house first. Fuck
Hey,
you.
we're at my house, bitch.
No, when we see it, you ain't dropping me off. We going to Kirby's house.
No,
Your house.
We gotta go to the fucking missile silo and then leave. He just sits in there and he's like, this is
I know, but
It's closed.
I know it wasn't
The
on the
missile
top.
silo is closed. You can't get.
I know it wasn't on the
I'm
topic
making
for
it.
this week
Oh, fuck.
on that, but it's also still a good start to tell you guys because it literally just happened literally what last night.
Yeah.
Because it started like close to like 11 o'clock at night, and we were all like out and
Yeah,
about
when we
till like
heard
1
it, it
o'clock
was
in the
like-
morning.
I think it was like 10:50 when it happened.
I want to say
Like
about
10:50, 10:55.
So it was already like getting pretty late.
Because when I got home and into my bed, it was 11.
And we were still out and about until like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to like, see if we could get any shit. We got
Yeah,
fucking nothing.
these motherfuckers were the white folks in the horror movie that went and found it while it was finding me. I was in my house safe, and the bitch was coming after me. Well, these dudes were out and about. Some bullshit.
Maybe I'm just trying to die.
Yeah!
Mommy, I threw up.
Did you really?
No.
I was about to say, motherfucker. You
I
better
know,
not.
but we're close to getting to about an hour.
I
Go,
threw
go.
up in your bed.
Bitch, I better not.
Yeah, his dog already. Oh no, the dog shitted on your
Yeah, so
blanket.
that was an interesting
No, he threw
experience
up on
we all
the
kind of
dude.
had.
Yeah, he's a fucking little shit.
I mean, they had
I
more
thought it was
experience
the
than we
poop.
did, but we still kind of the experience of
No,
seeing
that was
the
at
figure.
Jacob's house.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
This is why he likes men.
I will now physically fight you.
Damn, bitch.
Sorry, that one was a little rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was boom.
My dick when I.
Got hit him with that wombo combo. The bonk.
But we're about to hit an hour, so anything you guys want to address before we end off?
Cars are cool and stuff.
Cars are
Fuck
cool.
Paul White figures.
Dude, what if it was like something like Siren Head or some shit?
Siren Head?
Siren Head is like 3
Come on,
stories
dude.
tall, dude.
Yeah.
Wait.
You would
He's like 30.
yeah, you would hear him.
The
You would
best
see
one.
him before you would hear
What
him.
if it was the Momo girl?
No, you.
Who the fuck is a Momo girl?
You never heard of the
Never
Momo
heard
girl?
of
No!
You know that's a fucking chicken, right?
No, there was like some shit.
Well,
about,
Desiree was saying it was
No.
the Chupacabra.
That
I'm
whole-
like, bro, that was a dog!
That whole thing is
Chupacabra's
literally
dog.
a
Chupacabra's
sculpture.
The Momo
coyote,
guy?
yeah.
What?
That thing is a sculpture. By the way.
Momo?
Yeah. It's a fucked up chicken
Yeah.
sculpture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, that was not Momo. Momo's not fucking 8 feet tall.
Nah, Momo's not 8 feet tall, but it's still a fucked up face, I'm not gonna lie.
I would have rather dealt with Momo than the fucking giant.
Like supposedly,
Oh,
like
I'm
there's
fucking retarded.
no, like there was a game like the Momo Challenge which involved like
I
kids
remember
cutting
the
themselves.
Momo challenge. That was all over during high school.
Dude. Honestly, I should have pulled out my fucking bow that could take down a moose.
Yeah.
That one that you couldn't pull back.
Or what if it
You
was,
didn't.
or what if
You
it was Jeff the
couldn't.
Killer?
You tried.
Jeff the Killer. Oh,
What's the drawback on it? 120.
What'd you think that drawback was on that bow?
the drawback on that, I'd say it was about
100?
No.
More?
130 maybe.
No, 130.
My
Because it
original
could
guess
take
was
down
120.
a moose.
No shit!
Alright,
You know what
so
else it can take down? My fucking nutsack.
I mean, we could go test it.
Yeah, here, I'll just staple my nuts to the wall.
Turn it into some jackass.
Turn into
Alright,
some
so
fucking target.
we're a bit over an hour. That won't make this too long. So anything you guys want to address before we end off the episode this week?
Dream car.
Okay.
I forgot what year, but the Black Ghost. You know what year that was? 70s?
I want to say it was 85.
Yeah, so Dodge Challenger is mine.
Mine is 67 Chevy Impala.
Dream car. That?
Yes.
Okay.
No, probably a Nissan Skyline.
The GTR 35.
Yeah.
You're a hunter.
GTR is pretty good.
See, mine's not a car. It's
Truck.
a semi.
It's a semi.
Well, I have two. One's a semi and then one's like an actual truck.
Okay.
So one's a Ford 650, which is the biggest available
Car or truck.
not commercial truck that
Yeah.
you can buy,
I remember I
which
was.
is $165,000.
No, I was talking to my stepmom
And then-
about that and how like I
Okay,
wanted to get a-
dream car would be the semi truck from GTA, the one with a bunch of spikes on it and the fucking ramp.
Okay.
So
You
fucking.
can turn. That's the Peterbilt.
I was talking to my stepmom about that. I was telling her I was thinking of a Ford 250 because that exists, right?
250, 350.
Yeah, and she's like,
450.
no, they only go up to 150. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut the fuck up, whore.
Your military mom said that?
Yeah. She owned a Ford Ranger too.
Dog, you.
I know that.
It goes-
That's a Ford fucking Ranger.
It goes
Alright, so we
from
should probably
100
get ready to.
100
Drop
to
this up.
650, right?
Yes,
So start.
100 to 650.
So starting with Hunter and the last things I want to say to the people before we end off.
I will fuck your mom. Kyle, fuck you.
Kyle.
What
Fuck
did
you, Kyle.
do? Fucking
Kyle's
what?
a bitch! So is his mom!
Anything you want to say, Zach, to the people before we end off?
Come back to me.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember Homeboy's name.
I had a good time this podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but that's kind of how it seems to go anyway.
Yeah, that's true. At least when we don't stick to the topic, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't remember his fucking name. Huh?
Alright, anyway.
Maybe we should stop.
I'm coming for your bitch ass, white ass
Come on.
monster that come after
Somebody.
us.
I'm coming for you.
We coming for you. We coming for you. We coming for
We're
you.
coming for you.
We coming for you with the
We're not-
butter knife.
We're not coming for you, but we're coming for you.
I will come on you.
I will come on you.
Yeah.
We'll make you a sticky bun, bitch.
Honey bun?
Anyways,
right.
we're gonna end this up before it gets to mile, so make sure to like, comment, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro. So anyways guys, so we're gonna do this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast and be notified whenever new episodes are out every Sunday, because it's Sundays with the Boys podcast. And make sure to hit the link in the description below to my main channel. We're actually at 212 subscribers now. We keep going up.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! That's what it's all about! Yeah!
Get us to 300 subscribers. And stay tuned for content with these
Looks like
boys.
he has one more thing to say.
I will glaze your mom's face with my tongue.
Oh, yes, Daddy!
Damn straight, baby.
Okay.
You guys have still yet to make me laugh pretty hard.
Anyways, so
Busting your
Walls.
Can I
walls,
ple-
walls,
can I-
walls, walls, walls.
can I please
walls,
just get through the
walls,
outro?
walls,
I'm so
walls.
sorry, no.
Yes.
There's walls.
But anyways, so
There's walls. There's walls.
There's walls. There's
well, so
walls.
again, I hope you guys
there's
enjoyed this episode.
walls.
And
Bad Lamone.
and so just again, the main channel, if you subscribe to my main channel, you'll get a whole bunch of dumbass content with me and the boys, and you'll get podcast highlights over there as well, a whole bunch of gaming content as well, and just anything that you could possibly dream of is on that channel over there. So go over there, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already hit subscribe to the podcast, it means
What if they have nightmares?
that means then I'm.
Fuck your nightmares. Legitimately bend them over backwards and just butt fuck them.
See, this is what
Respectfully.
you're not.
I'll do that to you.
And so if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys next week.
I'm gonna steal something from a YouTuber.
Deuces!
If you sneezed in this video, bless you. Plug. AP. Plug. Water my duck like a bug.
Okay, I need to get up and I need to like go for a walk or
What
some
about
shit.
me? I'm
Oh my
Alright,
god.
so we love to tell you guys, and as always, we will see you guys next week.
Bye bye.
Deuces.
He's touching my ass. Reach.
Trapping.